Hello, guys. Um, Welcome back to my channel. I have to, as a for life parenter, as a parent of an adult male, as a kid growing up in the hood, as a for life parenter, as a teacher, I need to say something about the Carmelo Anthony case. Um, I've been trying to stay quiet because it's really bothered me. Um, I have I don't have any notes on this. I just said I was just gonna give you guys about 5 minutes of my time to review this case, just not long, real quick. Um, but I have to say something. I have to get this off of my chest because it's been bothering me the whole time. I've been watching the case, watching the updates, listening to the updates rather. They didn't have any video footage, which is my first concern. Why no video footage in the camera in the courtroom? Why? Um, like I said, I don't have any notes, but I just want to say this. To the parents, to the black parents, to the white parents, to any parent um, that's raising a black boy, a black son. You're doing your best. You're doing all that you can do. Um, you're teaching them the right way. You're training them up. You're allowing them to see what the world sees in them. And you're allowing them to learn ways to circumvent the system, ways to uh, do the right thing, be great, right? Care about others. You're teaching them to stand up for themselves. You're teaching them to be confident in themselves. You're teaching them to do the right thing, follow the rules. You're teaching them to um, love others. You're teaching them all of these things, and then a circumstance happened. Um, I can't imagine what the Anthony parents are going through, because I'm sure they thought that they were doing all that they could do to make sure that their child was um, in a white school, doing the right thing, right? Not breaking the laws, following procedures, being an athlete, being a good citizen, right? That's the good citizenship award that we did when I was younger. I never got it, but I don't even know if they still have the good citizenship award. What was that, by the way? I don't know. Anyway, it's just weird. But I'm sure the Anthony parents are were training him up and doing the right things, thinking that he was gonna excel in this Frisco school. He was almost there. He's a senior. He just graduated, and I think they did give him his diploma. I'm not sure about that, but and then this happens at a track meet. Um, I don't know if it was a district track meet. It was late in the year, or just the initial preliminaries. I don't know much about the track meets, but I do want to say to those parents that you did what you were supposed to do. This just happened, right? It was a freak accident. It was whatever it was, right? I'm not a jury, I'm not a judge, I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. But it happened. But I just want to say to the parents, you trusted the system, you trusted the lawyers, you trusted the school, you trusted the coaches, to make sure that your child was okay. Even for the Metcalf family parents, you trusted the school to make sure that they were okay. Um, and as a teacher, I had a lot of problems with what happened on that track field with the chaperones and the lack thereof, and the monitoring and the supervising. I have a lot of problems with that. And I don't know if those coaches were written up or anything, but as an in, I aspired to be a principal one day, And for me, that's a big problem that those kids were unsupervised for any length of time. They're still students. They're minors. Yes, they're high schoolers. But as my grandmother, as my big mama would say, idle time is the devil's workshop. And that needed to be managed a little better. It needed to be planned out. I don't know what track, it seemed a little chaotic at track meets, but that needs to be structured, especially if it's during the school day where they're leaving school for a field trip and it's structured time. Bell to bell instruction is what I'm told as a teacher, my principal, bell to bell instruction. So that still should be structured time on that track field at that track meet. So that's my side as a teacher, and and as a hood kid, I just feel like, what do you do when someone's bullying you and testing your manhood? I'm not a man, boy, but I know boys. I've raised a boy. I have a son. What do you do as a boy? What do you teach them? Like, how do you hold your own when there's, that testosterone gets in there, and all of that? What do you do when that happens? I know you. I know you didn't mean to kill him. I know that, but I guess the jury didn't see that he didn't mean to kill him because they didn't get to hear him on the stand. And even if he did, would they have even changed? I don't know. So there's a lot going on with the lawyer situation, the court case, and all of that in Collin County. And I love Collin County. I go to church in Collin County. I never thought I used to work at Collin County Job Corps. And you had a lot of students that were wayward that we had to deal with in McKinney. Um, so I'm just like so concerned all around with this case, and there's just it's tugging either which way, and I know it looks racist, and you try to look above that, you try to look away from that. You don't want it to be racist, but we showed that a lot of these systematic things in the system, and I don't know if it's just Collin County, I don't know if it's just Texas, I don't know what it is, but these things need to change. Because yes, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, you know, but two sets of parents are hurting right now. Um, and it's a grievance process that the Anthony family is going through right now as well. Um, so I don't know, guys. I mean, my pastor talks about a lot about mercy and things like that, and I don't see mercy being shown. They can say they're Christians or whatever. The Collin County judge, district attorney, even the jurors. I don't see mercy. Wasn't any mercy. I know the kid ran into the situation. They say it was a bullying situation. I don't know. I wasn't there, and all the evidence wasn't presented because they said some of the video footage didn't show up. Um, So man, my 5 minutes is past, but I just had to get that off my chest, guys. It's just really bothered me. Um, I don't know. So all I can say to the parents, you did your best. You're doing your best. But the kids sometimes they get crazy, teenagers, especially boys, the testosterone on both sides, the both families. Um, just keep fighting for your babies and keep training them up and keep doing telling them what your mind is, even though you think they're not going to listen. Still tell them, um, because it's for life parenting. It's for life. Whatever they do, they're going to look at you. So we as parents have to stand there and say, hey, knucklehead, whatever it is, girl or boy, we have to tell them, hey, you represent me when you walk out this door. You represent me. Make smart choices. That's what teachers say. We say make smart choices. As parents, we say, hey, don't make me look crazy. You represent me. You represent this family. What you do can hurt the family. So you need to think about that. You're not just representing yourself. You're just not just walking in your own shoes. You're walking in the legacy of this family. So as for life parenters, we gotta stand strong and make sure that we're training them up in the household the right way, so that when they go out there in those streets, that they're doing the right thing at all times, or seeking help from the authority. Right. All right, guys. Have a good day, as best as you can. Right. I'm out.